Introducing the all-new 2025 Velotric Breeze 1, packed with features such as a turn signal, cruise control, automatic lights, and optional torque or cadence sensor. A powerful 750-watt motor with an 1100-watt peak, sturdy, double-walled aluminum rims with seal-bearing hubs. The whole bike weighs less than 50 pounds, but can hold up to 330. With a range of up to 70 miles, it comes in 2 sizes and 5 colors. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jason. Welcome to the All Out Bikes channel. What we have here today is the all-new Velotric Breeze. This is supposed to be a sub 50-pound e-bike. It's supposed to be 48 pounds, and we've got it. This is in a nice, it's kind of purple. Let me see, what color did we, it's a violet haze. So we've got a violet haze Breeze 1, and supposed to be 48 pounds. So, of course, my question is, if it's supposed to be 48 pounds, why does it say over 70 pounds on the edge of this box here? So, I can't really use my scale up here because the scale only goes up to 60, and that's like the absolute limit. Let's go ahead and get a bathroom scale. Now keep in mind, the bathroom scale should be accurate, but in reality, I don't know if I trust it, but let's go ahead and get the bathroom scale, and let's see how much this thing weighs. So we're waiting for the scale to clear. There it goes. Let's turn it on. Wait for it to set, and all right, let's lift this box up and let's put it on the scale here. Okay, so it says it's 68.8. The good news is it's actually less than 70 pounds. Of course, that makes me wonder, you know, with them putting that the over 70 pounds, I wonder if that pushed this in a whole nother price bracket where the shippers are charging a lot more money for these bikes as far as shipping goes. We're going to open the box up. We're going to get the bike out. If you're going to be putting this together yourself, make sure you actually have somebody else to give you a hand, because even though this is supposed to be, you know, less than 50 pounds, it's kind of cumbersome, and you really don't want to hurt your back lifting this thing out. So I myself am going to be using this little winch that's actually securely attached to the ceiling and the rafters above to actually lift it out, because working all day with, you know, heavy bikes and e-bikes, this is really a lifesaver. I ended up getting this. I do know they actually have these at like Harbor Freight for about $100, and that right there is far cheaper than a trip to the hospital. So we're going to be putting this on time lapse. I hope you enjoy the music. After we're done putting this together, we're going to re-weigh this bike to see if it truly weighs 48 pounds, and then we're going to give a good, honest review after that test ride. So I hope you enjoy the music, and let's get started. Now that we have the Breeze put together, let's talk about some of the features on this bike. You're going to have a cluster of buttons here on the left-hand side. And if you look on the top of this little box here, the power button is located right here. So we're going to actually hold that for a couple of seconds. And as you see, the bike turns on. Now, right now, it's set at 0 assistance. If you've got a bike like this, you really want some assistance. So if you're wanting to adjust that, simply come over here, and there's a positive and a negative button. If you're wanting to increase the assistance, you can actually hit the positive button, and you can actually choose out of 5 settings in the boost mode. Now, the boost mode is actually the fastest setting. It actually burns the most power, so you're going to get the least life out of the least amount of life out of the battery. So you can actually adjust the boost mode right down here on the bottom of this box right here. This is actually the cruise control button, and it also controls the boost, the economy, and the trail. So you've got 5 settings in economy, 5 settings in trail, and 5 settings in boost. So you've got a total of 15 levels. Another really nice feature on this is you've actually got turn signals on this. So if you're wanting to turn left, you simply push this upper button here that's pointing to the left, and you're going to actually hear an audible beep with that. I really love that. That's a really nice feature because on the previous one, I forgot that the turn signal was on, so I was riding along like a goof with a left or right turn signal left on. So I love that feature. So again, to recap, to turn left, simply push the left button. To actually cancel that, you want to actually push the left button again, and it'll cancel it. If you want to turn right, simply push the right button there. To cancel it, click it again. Let's go ahead and put this on 0 assistance, so I'm not going to actually accidentally have an accident here. You've got the throttle located down here that does not work whenever it's on 0 assistance. So if you're wanting to use the throttle, you'll need to increase the assistance to your desired mode. Now, speaking of modes, we can actually get into the settings of this bike by pushing this mode button for a couple of seconds. And as you see, the menu pops up, and you've got an option of a speed limit, which you can actually get into that by pushing the M button here, and you can actually adjust the speed by pushing the button to the right or the left to increase or decrease the speed. I like it where it's at, so we're going to go ahead and save this, and it takes you back to the menu if you actually push this cruise control button. It's got the sensor swap. By getting into the sensor swap, you can actually adjust the sensor to work with torque or cadence. I strongly suggest the torque setting because that one is just so much nicer. So we're going to save that, and it takes you back to the menu. You can clear the trip data. Again, just go into the menu here or click the M, and you can actually reset that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to back out, so I'm going to hit the cruise control button. You can adjust the screen brightness. Riding mode, you don't need to get into that because you can adjust the riding mode without getting into the menu. You can adjust the rear light, so you can make the light blink or go steady. Auto light, we actually have this on, so if you accidentally forget to turn on your light whenever it starts getting dark, it'll do it for you. So auto power off, if you go into this, you can actually adjust how long it stays on after you've left the bike. So it's set at 5 minutes right now, so I like that. Make sure it's set. And then we've got the throttle limited. Cruise control. The cruise control is really nice. What you do is whenever you've gotten up to a certain speed, if you hold this button for a couple of seconds, it'll actually engage the cruise control, which you can disengage by simply hitting any button or tapping the brake. Turn signal click. I've left that on because I like that audible sound. Connect to app. You can actually connect this to your phone to possibly open up more options for this bike. The Find My. This is really nice because this bike comes with a GPS locator, so if you actually hook this up to your phone, if the bike gets stolen, you have a much easier time recovering your bike with this app. We've got it set at miles per hour. You can actually set it to kilometers in this setting if you want. Sensor calibration, that's so you can actually better calibrate this if needed. So going into this shows you which version of software you're using. So it's got the most current software, so we don't need to get into that. So we're going to actually back out of this, and we're going to go for a ride. Let's take this thing out for a test ride. Oh, wow, this thing takes off. This thing is so responsive. I want you to watch something. I'm going to start pedaling, and we're going to see how long it takes before it starts to take off. All right, so no throttle. I'm just going to start pedaling. Boom, it's off. Every time Velotric comes out with a new model, it's better and better. This thing is so good. It's so much lighter weight. Now, you don't have the suspension fork on the front, which, you know what, that's not a big deal, because since I'm more upright, I've got less weight on the front, and with a setup like this, you really don't need a suspension. Now, if I was leaned more forward and had more weight going on the front, then a suspension fork would be probably needed. But I'm excited about this bike. This is a really great looking bike. This color is not my color of choice, but I have to admit this is a really pretty color, and I really like it. This is really cool. I'm going to be finding a nice private road. There's a local road that is completely private, and we're going to see what the top speed of this bike is. Okay, so North Carolina law, you're not supposed to go above 20 miles per hour. So we're not going to be doing this on the road, which is why I'm going to this private road. So right now, this says that we're going 18 miles per hour. 17.9, 18.1. So let's go check this thing out. This thing, it's just so easy to ride. I'm cruising along at almost 20 miles per hour with no effort. Here comes a car. So, and another one. So if you're looking to cover some ground quickly, and let's say you've got a medical condition where it's preventing you from being able to go where you want to go on a bicycle, get yourself a Velotric. This thing is great. And I'm just tooling along at just under 20 miles per hour with ease. All right, guys, we are on this private road. Let's see how fast this thing will go. Well, guys, that seemed to do really good. It went up to 32 easily. Let's turn around and head on back. Now, keep this in mind. This is a private road. This is not on public road in North Carolina. So I'm not breaking any laws. This is an absolutely amazing bike. We did weigh it, and as you can see right here, it actually weighs 49 pounds. It's a pound more than what they say on their website, but you know what? That's actually pretty good. It's a sub 50-pound e-bike that goes up to 70 miles on a charge. It can reach speeds of up to 32 miles per hour. But again, North Carolina law, we're going to be setting this at 20 miles per hour. And thank you for letting us use that private road to actually see the top speed. You know who you are. But with features such as cruise control, turn signals, working brake lights, working front light, the fact that you can now change this from a cadence sensor to a torque sensor and vice versa. That is a game changer for a lot of people. Hydraulic disc brakes that work amazing, double-walled aluminum rims. On their website, they are selling this right now, currently for $17.99. The prices may go up because we don't know about tariffs or anything like that. Right now, we are selling these on our website not on our website, just in-house. We're selling these for $18.99, which is $100 more. But what you get is you get a professionally built bike, because whenever I got this in the box, it was mostly put together, but I went ahead and as you saw in the video, I took the rear wheel off, I straightened it out a little bit more. It was good, it was adequate, but it wasn't up to our standards, so I went ahead and I took care of that. The front wheel was a little bit worse than the rear wheel, so we trued that up a little bit. Be sure, if you're putting this together yourself, to check the disc brake bolts, because there were, well, actually half of them were a little under-spec'd. So we went ahead and we've got this really cool torque wrench to actually tighten them up to the proper torque. This thing is wonderful. We have them littering the place. They're all over the place. I love the color LCD screen, the adjustable stem. I mean, what can I say about the bike? I think it's a Shimano-equipped bike, 750-watt motor with an 1100-watt peak. This is an amazing bike. I love the color. It's not my color. It's not my choice, but I really do like this color right here. So if y'all haven't seen one of these, go check out your local Velotric dealer. Maybe you can go out on a test ride. This is an absolutely amazing bike. On this, I'd have to give this thing For a sub $2,000 bike, I have to give this thing a 9 out of 10 right now, and I've seen a lot of e-bikes. With that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends. Check out some of the other videos on the corner of the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you later. Thanks.